And we're live, everybody. We are live. I wonder what the time is right now. Well, it doesn't say. Well, I'm just kidding. I know what the time is right now. I just checked. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my live stream, and as always, the music playing in the background is Welcome to the Show by Kevin MacLeod. It's licensed under Creative Commons 4.0, and you can download it at incompetech.com. Oh, yeah. You can use it on any of your projects, whether it's a video, a live stream, or games, or movies, or whatnot. The license gives you that ability, but you must have an attribution or give credit to the creator. That is the only thing that he asks, I guess. Welcome to the Show by Kevin MacLeod. And again, guys, welcome to the show. And let's start. Let's see here. We have here a, what do you call this? A group, a smorgasbord of new content uploaded in YouTube by, I guess you can say, content creators that I like to watch. So let's go check out one. Let's see here. We have the Star Wars Drama is Crazy from Asmongold. Okay, that is like 1 hour. So this one, we have another one from Smash JT. Let's go check this one out. Sweet Baby Inc.'s Unknown 9 looks terrible. Okay, again, the creators of games like this are offended by beautiful women. So when they go out in the street, when they're walking about, and so whenever they see a beautiful woman in the street, it disgusts them. Why? Because look at the characters they're making in the games they are developing. So they are taking their disgust of beautiful women, and or I guess anything that is beautiful, and they are taking it, they are taking their aggression towards gamers. Obviously, they can't just attack a random beautiful woman in the streets, because unless the law in that particular area became retarded as well, attacking people in public is a crime. Again, that depends on whether the location or the area or the place where it happened, maybe the law is different. Maybe attacking people in public is allowed or legal. I don't know.
The Sweet Baby Inc. curse is alive and well with the upcoming release of Unknown 9 Awakening that is looking to
Unknown 9.
fire disaster.
Why would they name a game called? Why would they give it a name like Unknown 9?
It came to my attention as a lot of people just started talking about it and showing up everywhere I was looking. I was like, huh, there's a weird looking game, and wouldn't you know it, Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with it. And I started watching some of the trailers, and I was like, oh, okay, there might be some potential here. I know the graphics aren't all that great, but it's maybe a AA style game. I'm not expecting, this
Stream
massive
Elements
AAA
says,
perfection from
Cavalier
every single game.
PH is now
I want
live
to give it a
streaming
shot.
trends.
And as
Welcome
I
to
start
my
watching it
Livestream.
and listening to the trailer and listening to the in-game cutscenes, I'm just like, man, this game, not only does the combat look clunky as hell, but it strikes me as generic, boring, done before, retread a million times. What's so special about this? And at the end of the day, what's special is culture. It's Sweet Baby Inc.
There you go. You answered your own question, JD.
Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and
The
check
thing that makes it different is that
Unknown 9 Awakening and why
it's a propaganda game.
burn and
Okay, let's just call it what it is. It is a propaganda game.
titles these days, but Unknown 9 Awakening is shaping up to be
It's like a lot of
with Sweet
folks
Baby
in the
Inc.
West
cursing and
were re-educated in some kind of Chinese
community of
re-education center.
non-existent.
Maybe, hey, it won't be possible because I've heard that China has bought like a huge or a large amount of land in the United States. So maybe they already have established re-education centers in those lands that they bought. I don't know.
The games were really good when it comes
But it would make sense because
past the graphics.
look at all these people, these woke assholes.
Actual trailers that are
They are basically spouting
there for all to see. You got
communist rhetoric.
what the hell is going on right now? How is this even a thing? Who greenlit this and thought it was going to be a good idea?
Maybe they got kidnapped or something and they were,
Unknown 9
sent to
like a relic than something ready to compete with
this,
coming out today, or even indies that are
re-education centers.
level. And pair that with the over-the-top cultural injections throughout that I just couldn't help but ignore. It feels like they're going over the top to
And they got re-educated.
extremely inclusive, to have tons of cultural injection in the game that if you're not
Okay, so if it's cultural, are they including all cultures? The problem is they are, only including one culture,
and because of that, you should
and it's the culture of
play games.
perversion.
Then you see that they
They are only including the perverse culture.
and how she is like throwing punches and kicking men in the game that are literally twice her size.
There's nothing wrong with that, Smash JT.
Look at this. Pair it with how Sweet Baby Inc.
It's a game.
companies behind it, and how this is all going in together is girl power, empowering feminism, and making it so that the
It's fine, Smash JT. It's fine. You can have a kid
recognizing
as the main character and have him beat all the big guys. It's fine because it's a game.
to inject socio-political agendas into the games to shove your narrative down everyone's throats.
What's not fine or what's not okay is the reason behind.
Generic mechanics with climbing
Okay.
conveniently
The reason behind as to why it was done.
and the game's biggest hook being a stepping ability, which allows you to control enemies momentarily. But according to plenty of people
For example, in
with this game already,
a in a Wonder Woman movie,
than a full fleshed out thing.
well, it's expected that Wonder Woman would kick
And speaking of problems,
everybody's ass.
quote unquote,
Why? Because it's Wonder Woman.
like PC gamer
Wonder Woman.
had early access to playing this game so that they could inform their audience and
Maybe the main character in this game has
enthusiastic
special
to what they're
special abilities or special traits
which isn't
that increases her strength, her speed, her stamina.
narrative and agenda.
Maybe she has that. We don't know. We haven't played the game yet.
Fantastic the experience was, just because it has a message.
But if they are presenting her as, a normal woman,
Tells me it has
well, obviously that is not believable. But if they are presenting her as something more than just a normal woman,
I want you guys to take a listen to this trailer because when I was listening to it, I thought it was in the wrong language. I believe, French accent of the person narrating it was so thick.
Or maybe French women are just basically gifted with strength and power. We don't know.
And buy it, because that's what real gamers do.
Aruna tries the stealthy approach, but triggers the Questar detector. Several opponents are alerted, but she has the tools to come out victorious.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying my English is perfect, but I also have an accent, but I'm not.
And the other gameplay trailer and everything that has been shown off. So
I'm having a hard time understanding what or comprehending what
to put it nicely,
the
the dislikes,
narrator was saying.
likes, and the comments are following suit, with many people confused about why the game even exists in the
Come on, the modern audience will not play it. I'm telling you guys.
3 graphics
The modern audience only exists in the internet.
in the modern.
What they do is they spend hours browsing social media and looking for things to complain about. That is their entertainment.
It was
Annoying normal people is their entertainment.
before the horse, and creating this entire transmedia push that includes comics, novels, podcasts.
Making stuff out or making things out.
They put so much into the back end of this product that they basically felt like this was going to be like
Is their entertainment.
pushed forward in the next generation of gaming. And I'm like,
Wow.
why should we care about it? You haven't even sold us on the game, and yet you already have a comic lineup, a podcast lineup, and the book lineup. Like everything already talking about this game in the background. I get it. You guys are passionate about this product, but at the end of the day, if the game sucks, all this other stuff does not matter. Now, I've talked plenty about why I'm not a big fan of the gameplay mechanics and how the game seems to have a heavy emphasis on cultural narratives. But what do they state as the summary of what Unknown 9 Awakening even is? Well, you are Haruna, a questador born with the ability to venture into a mysterious dimension, the Fold. On her quest for powerful hidden knowledge, she must learn to master the powers of the Fold to fight a secret society with a hostile agenda. Which seems, I gotta be honest, fairly generic. Maybe
Okay, wait a minute.
interesting when you get into playing the game, but on the
She's
surface,
describing.
it's like a very generic.
She's describing the assholes.
It's laughably bad. Now, part of that.
So, you know, the assholes, they are a secret group with a hidden agenda
they are
to destroy civilization as we know it.
for what amounts to be, I guess, a step.
Maybe the main character is not our enemy.
And they're expecting people to shell out $50 USD.
Look at that, look at her. She can turn herself invisible. So, yeah, okay.
Let's look at the pre-order information
And look at that, she's like
on the top. Most.
traveling across time and space.
I'll start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and not locating Unknown 9. And this game,
The reason for that, JT, is because it's unknown.
which is
You
the
can scroll as much as you want.
future prospect,
You will not find it because it's
comes out October.
unknown.
That's less than a month away. There is literally zero interest in this title. And then going over to Twitter, Stuttering Craig on Twitter said, my insider had some pre-order info about Unknown 9 Awakening, the action-adventure game linked to Sweet Baby Inc.
Again,
900 stores,
this is hearsay.
42.
It's not verified or confirmed information, so everyone takes it with a grain of salt.
Concorde. It releases next month. It's DOA. That is a death knell for gaming. The pre-sales,
There is nothing wrong with being skeptic.
people are at least
Okay.
interested in looking at this game and picking it up.
What worse is just believing everything you hear
Loves this stuff. And I hadn't even
as gospel,
because Bandai Namco is trying
and then later finding out that
to attach to it because
it was
they understand. They've seen the
totally wrong.
other games they're attached to, and
The
it
difference between people with common sense is that they will accept that they made a mistake and maybe apologize.
and push something.
While the assholes, the wokes,
The new wave of gaming back when they signed on with them.
they will not apologize. Even though they realize they made a mistake, they will triple down on it,
And
quadruple down on it.
her. It all makes sense.
And once the backlash peaked,
That they have any credit.
they'll turn around and cry
They say
and claim they were harassed.
to life.
So
Studios
there you go. They would suddenly become a victim.
cast of
See
unforgettable
the difference between people with common sense and
world.
the assholes?
This distinctive lineup is tough as nails heroine Haruna, whose otherworldly abilities make her a fierce adversary.
There you go. It makes sense. So if she has otherworld abilities, then
The developer's name is
it's not unexpected to see her kicking the ass of the men in the game.
Sweet Baby Inc. Because again, it's all one big club and you're not in it. All of these companies are working together with companies like consultancy groups of Sweet Baby Inc. to push a message, push an agenda, raise their ESG scores, and pretend like they're doing it for the passion of the game instead of what the real reason is. Not to mention when they talk about the role of video games in our universes, they say, the video games we develop play crucial roles in shaping the other stories that take place in our universes. Meaning, translation, we are going to use video games as a form of activism to push an agenda on the masses. And that's really all you need to know about.
The problem is it's not working.
But the studio will be yet another victim of the Sweet Baby Inc. curse. And
Because the masses just want to be entertained.
despite some potentially novel ideas, I mean, I don't want to completely trash the game. It doesn't look like a complete garbage heap like some of the other Sweet Baby Inc. games I've seen. Honestly, it just strikes me as
Okay, question.
an overly
Do the characters have pronouns?
to shoving someone else's culture in your face and trying
That is a very stupid thing.
video game that
Why?
anybody in their right mind that has ever put
It's basically discrimination.
Unknown 9 is simply not the title to change anyone's mind about Sweet Baby.
They are discriminating
Unforgiving landscape
the other
very
parts of speech.
just won't.
Why not have adjectives as well?
If you guys want more information on Unknown 9,
Why not? Why limit it to pronouns?
definitely going to be.
One
Check out
viewers,
SmashJT.com for
plus
the full
one,
article. I will link it
20
in the
minutes and
description below. If
58
you appreciate
seconds.
what I'm doing, please consider hitting that join button. Thank you.
Okay, giving the video a like as always from Smash JT. So that was Smash JT. Let's see what we have next. The Concorde situation just got way worse. Oh, this is from Mr. Manny Place, and if I'm going to make a guess, this is about it's about the $400 million development costs. But let's move to this one. This sounds more interesting. Dragon Age: The Veilguard creator exposed as woke. Again, guys, there's nothing wrong with being woke. It's the same as with other religion. If you are a Christian, good for you. If you are a Muslim, good for you. If you are, what other religions are there? A Taoist? I don't know. Is that even a religion? A Buddhist? Yeah, okay, I'm sure that is a religion. There's nothing wrong with being part of a religion. The problem is when you take your religion and you force others to consume it, even those who don't follow it, or those who doesn't care for it. Now that becomes a problem, and that is why the woke religion is a problem, because the wokies, the assholes that are following this religion, are pushing this to those who already have their own religion. And the thing is, if you don't agree with them, they would call you or label you a bigot, which is basically intolerance of others' views and opinions and beliefs. you can see that they don't understand what the word means, because what they're trying to do is actually bigotry. So those people who they are labeling as bigots, instead they are the ones who are bigoted. It is so insane. Again, if you see them, they're talking. Whenever you hear them talk, there is no weight into what they're saying, because even though what they're saying sounds good, because they don't understand the meaning of the words that they're saying, they're just regurgitating. There you go. It's really hard for me to say that word, regurgitating what was I guess instilled or planted or programmed in their minds, and they're just repeating it. Honestly, modern AI technology is more advanced than the function of a woke religion believer's mind or brain. It is more advanced, because at least modern AI can do some kind of, what do you call this, thinking, if you can say that it's thinking, or it can analyze things and make conclusions. Although if the AI is managed by an asshole, then of course the asshole can make some changes or edits to how the AI will display information. Again, all they do is they have like this pre-programmed information, and what they would do is they would just regurgitate it. That's why if you question them about something, they have no answer. And if they don't have any answer, they'll just, you're a racist. They'll just call you, you're a racist. Or if not a racist, you're a bigot. So that is their reply to everything. Because they don't have any, they were not programmed to respond when someone else are questioning them. They're only programmed to spew out what they were programmed with information that were like programmed or embedded in their minds. Anyway, let's continue with this one. This is more interesting because again, this is just Concorde messing up, costing them $400 million to make.
So in just a handful of days.
Also, I'm not sure if I've watched any videos from Don Consuelo.
Consistent. I have seen a lot of things. I've been horrified by a bunch of different news stories. Disturbed, shaken, you name it. I've gone through the range of emotions, enjoyed it the entire time. Very rarely am I taken aback by a story.
The problem with the
Dragon Age, the Veilguard.
wokeness in Dragon Age is that
And in this case,
it doesn't make sense in the universe.
a little insight.
In a universe with magic, why would you have
the weekend.
small butt?
Oh boy, they're still.
Why would you have small boobs?
Specifically,
Why would you have
creator
surgery scars?
knew that this game was going to be in.
Why would you have
Because
non-binary?
we know that the director of this project, Corinne Bush, as a queer trans woman, okay, was just writing a game, not for gamers, not for anybody else, but specifically for themselves, okay?
Okay, there you go. There you go, guys.
Of a once great franchise. Because
Now you know that Dragon Age Wokeguard is not for us gamers. It's for them.
very likely going to be pronouns in the character creator because
Why would you even play a game that was not made for you?
or the way that BioWare is.
Okay.
Go ahead and see that colossal flop and try to right the ship. But I also kind of thought, and a lot of people also, after seeing the gameplay, seeing the rest of the interviews, seeing basically all of the marketing around this game, that it was going to get worse. I was still shocked by how much worse it actually is, okay? Because here you have, this is the precursor, because it actually gets even crazier than this. Dragon Age of the Veilguard character creator has option for top surgery scars. What? Huh. Like I said, I'm shocked.
Hill versus Babyface said it best.
And I was like,
They're injecting current day shit, current day Californian shit into our games.
as in-depth as they
As someone who's not
color change,
from the West, I have no. I absolutely don't care what is happening in California.
absolutely crazy, and especially with BioWare.
So I don't want to see any of their current day Californian shit.
Released in, what was that, 2008 or something like that? That was fairly impressive, and I understand that, they've gone leaps and bounds more creative since then. So I was just thinking, okay, it's like, maybe you guys are just stretching a little bit here. It couldn't be that bad. They couldn't specifically have top surgery scars. Maybe it's just your character can have, a scar on their body and you can place it, right along or right at chest level. Okay, maybe you can make it top surgery scar like. And then I see the slider for top surgery scar. And no, that's not a Photoshop. That's not selectively edited. That comes directly. It comes directly from the creator, rather the character creator, and the walkthrough from a goofy-ass dev, which we got right here. As you can see, pronouns. And then you got gender as well, which, yeah, okay, cool. So you can go ahead and change it, and you can have whatever gender you want. You can have whatever pronouns you want, and Rook's pronouns determined.
Again, if they want to be inclusive, there should be an option for no pronouns. You can see that it's not inclusive. They just like to use the word inclusive.
It gets even more crazy.
Again, I'm going to say it again. They don't actually understand what words mean. They just like using them because it sounds good. Oh, this word, it sounds good. Let's use it.
You can leave it right there.
But what does it mean? We don't know.
Important.
It just sounds good.
Why would you want that? Okay.
So if you want to be inclusive,
be said in like a medieval.
honestly, if there was an option to use no pronouns, I don't think the backlash would be that great because you can just choose the option with no pronouns.
You're a character creator. Wouldn't you just make the other character? If you have all of these customizations,
The same with the
where
body customization.
shoulder width, okay, that's
Why are you limiting to the body to one type of body?
your pardon.
The asshole body.
Size of your
What about the rest
you can have
of the body?
swinging fantasy.
Okay. What about those who wants to make a character with big butt?
Okay, if you want
What about those who want to make a character with big crotches?
represent
What about those who want to make characters with big boobs?
all this stuff,
What about them?
there's more.
What about ism?
Bigger skin tone. I'd imagine there's probably like the big cascade.
What about it?
Yeah, any color that you want. And that's cool. That's great. Okay, for a character creator, that's basically bog standard for sure. Complexion, yeah, you can have different birthmarks and all that stuff. You can have freckles. That's been the standard for a while. And then you get vitiligo, huh? Yeah.
Again,
Okay.
I've said it like last time.
Cellulite. This, wow, man.
As a guy, my ass is bigger than
The best for last. When you thought that
the character in this game,
was going to be
or the characters in this game. My goodness.
of course, you had Dustborn and other cringe
So what if I want to make
being the worst. Yep.
myself as a character,
then
which I have never done because whenever I play role-playing games,
BioWare has
I make a better version of myself.
the game's character creator and is even a woker than
But these people, these assholes,
to toggle on or
it is offensive to them if you can make a better version of yourself.
Back in July, it was revealed by Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc, who previewed the character creator, revealed that
Sure, they have the right to express themselves. They have the right to create ugly characters because
character creator and go, yes,
of their own, because of their freedom to express themselves. But what about those who wants to make beautiful characters?
grow up and go
What about their freedom to express themselves?
see that reflected.
As you can see, they're not inclusive. They're very exclusive.
don't believe this is real. Yes, he went on to reveal the character creator also allows players to choose between 4 different races. Just 4 though. Elves, Canary. Oh yeah, the ones where you can just have little flumpy eyes. Okay, humans and dwarves. It also allows for more detailed looks at each and the ability to choose pronouns. Of course, we expected all that. Separately from gender, selected different body types and more. The further the character creator also features full nudity. What? Because the game is a mature RPG. Right. Yeah, that's all supposed to be basically centered around who wants to bone who, because everybody...
Guess what? In Second Life,
this game.
even if you're in a mature region, you still have to cover. You're not allowed to show genitalia.
More about that, or watch the other videos.
So basically, Dragon Age Veilguard is an adult game. There you go.
Traditional colors.
If the game is showing genitalia, like penises and
green hair on
vaginas,
I'm totally fine.
it is an adult game. It's an X-rated game.
English masculine.
Okay, if it's showing genitalias.
Voices can be adjusted. Yeah, okay, that's cool, great. But what about?
And if you are a parent, I'm calling all the parents out there.
It has been
Never. Even if it's a mature, even if you have a 16-year-old or 17-year-old, okay, it's an adult game. If they want to play this game, they need to wait until they're 18 or 21.
Were they just given a stock character to play through the game? Did they not go through the character creator? Because you would have thought this is right up their alley. Would have been touting this as a great success. Or did even they suspect that, ooh, this might be a bridge too far? On top of that, has been revealed from the character creator the option to toggle top.
This game should be banned. If Second Life is banned from Twitch, this game should be banned from Twitch as well. Because, again, if it's showing genitalia, it is technically an adult game. It's not a mature game. Mature is being sexy, being skimpy. Seeing skimpy clothing, that is mature. Being sexy and seeing skimpy clothing and having a little bit of blood and gore, that is mature. But actually showing genitalia, that is not mature, that is adult.
The game is clearly attempting to normalize this ideology by including top surgery scars in-game, as well as various other customization options that allow players to blur the lines between male and female, because, yeah, as you've seen before, right, you've got all of these sliders, including bulge size, and no, we're not talking about hiding an open-faced Reuben in your short.
Why would a female have a bulge slider?
A cups if you're so inclined. But yeah, this ideology leads to destructive real-world behaviors. And all mud Jesus smuggling and all that crap. But I could just go ahead and simply tell you that this is it going to be the wokest game ever? It really looks like...
Nope. It's still Dustborn. I believe Dustborn is still the wokest game ever.
The boy who cried woke. It's like, this is very obviously attempting to put ideology over everything else, and that's my definition of woke. Whenever it comes to me using that term, that's what.
Not to me, woke is a religion. It's a belief system.
Well, frankly, that
is what it is.
Trying to prioritize these leftist.
Or you can just say.
That's what we're seeing here.
They're basically just a group of assholes disrupting annoying people and destroying what the majority of people enjoys.
I don't anticipate
or enjoy. I'm sorry about that.
How in-depth the character creator is gonna be, because in general, man, people, even if they have access to a character creator, want to make idealized versions of characters.
The good news is this is only happening in the West.
Potentially hundreds of hours, dozens of hours.
In the East, well, we are still getting games with amazing looking characters and amazing gameplay and creative gameplays.
Abomination that would come out.
They're not pitching us. Even games in China. Even games in China that comes out in China, they're not preaching you about communism.
RPGs back in the cut. Final Fantasy 6, 7.
And this is China we're talking about. Because at the end of the day, it's better to make money than to make enemies.
Stems from an experience he had back in
And that is what China is doing. Maybe they're planning on a massive invasion after accumulating all that wealth. Who knows? But for now, they're not pushing their beliefs. They're not pushing their
people have this desire
agenda in their games.
so
As far as I know.
designing protagonist. It's like, yeah, given the opportunity,
Because they know doing so
versions of themselves or want to see the best
will not sell. It won't sell to the
entertainment.
to those outside of China.
Mr. JRPG, they want to see Cloud Strife in all of his glory. They don't want whatever in the blue hell that is designed by whatever in the blue hell that is. This game.
When I'm looking at when I'm doing discovery in Steam and I would encounter a game with LGBTQ label, it usually is a sex game.
My God. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.
Okay, so that was his reaction to the wokeness of Dragon Age, the Veilguard or the Wokeguard. Okay, giving the video a like, why not? I'm pretty sure he's not woke, at least, I guess. Maybe for now. Maybe for now. It all depends on the incentives, I guess. Okay, so let's continue. That was Dragon Age, the Veilguard. It's not the wokest game ever. I think the title still belongs to Dustborn. They are newborn. They like porn. Concorde credit comedy. Ooh, another one from JT. This is disgusting. What is this? So if they're going to do Robin in one piece, it should be like a really voluptuous and sexy woman, because that is what Robin is. Imagine if they turn Robin to something else.
Concorde is the gift
Okay, another video
that refused
from Smash JT.
insane amount of money that has been lost by Sony investing in Firewalk Studios' new game that was supposedly the next Star Wars when it comes to entertainment has been such a complete catastrophe that we are just beginning to scratch the surface with just how bad it gets. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And the latest information, shout out Kyle on Twitter for tagging me in the end credits. And I know, you hear that?
Ah, okay, I saw this in Twitter.
Always talking about the end credits of a game. No one watches the...
But it was just a picture, so
Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this.
I couldn't really understand what it is or what it was.
Search out for myself and find the end credits on YouTube. Someone took...
Okay, so this is much better because it's an actual video and not just a picture.
minutes of credits, okay? 36 minutes. Now, you might hear that and be like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people working on games these days and credits can start running long. 36 minutes. And on top of that, the player can congratulate the developers for what a fantastic job they did on this absolute disaster.
Woo! Yeah!
Hey Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down the end credits of Concorde and just how unintentionally hysterical they really are. In what might be the most head-scratching moment in gaming history, Concorde, the game has already cemented itself as one of, if not the biggest failures ever, has yet another mind-boggling twist. And I swear, it never ends with this game. Despite being widely regarded as a catastrophic failure both critically and financially, the game's developer Fireworks Studios decided to put what feels like more effort into the end credits than the actual game itself. And the end result is an utterly ridiculous 36-minute-long self-congratulatory spectacle. Now, I hear people spreading rumors that it's over an hour and 12 minutes, like the credits just keep going on forever, and I can see where that's coming from. Somebody uploaded the entirety of the credits and then put it at half speed. I actually brought them both up and compared the two and noticed exactly what happened. So, yes, it is very long, but it's not as long as the hour and 12 minutes that I would love to claim it was, because that would be even more ridiculous. But still, 36 minutes? You've got to be kidding me. On Twitter, Kyle posted, "In the hour-long credits for the Concorde flop, there is an option to cheer and celebrate the developers. Talentless freaks, weirdos, projection developers, thank you." He's saying talentless freaks because that, if you might recall, was one of the developers calling gamers talentless freaks and was calling them out on Twitter because the game was flopping so hard and they didn't know how to deal with it. Considering how much of a train wreck the game was, and even saying that is an understatement, it's really hard to wrap your mind around why the end credits would even last this long in the first place. And this is coming from me, someone who's worked in the game industry and has my name in the end credits of Sony games. And I'm looking at this like, no, end credits coming from someone who used to work in the industry? That is unheard of. End credits of games should last no more than maybe 3, 4, if you want to really push it, 5 or 6 minutes. 36 minutes? You're adding a half an hour on top of that? You've got to be kidding me. And then going through these end credits and them trying to self-congratulatory pat themselves on the back by giving you, the player, an option to press a button and congratulate them for what a bang-up job they really did on this game. And when you listen to what they say and how the cheers go, you're going to roll your eyes so far back that you're going to see the front of your brain.
Yeah! Hot stuff. This takes me back to my wild days. Bang, bang, bang! Yeah, buddy! Uh-huh. My crew enjoys this very much. Woo! Yeah!
Oh, I think I am having fun.
The cheers are unbelievably cringy, cheesy, ridiculously fake enthusiasm by these voice actors to congratulate these developers. And man, there's a lot of quotes when it comes to this kind of game. It's as though they tried to manufacture some sort of sense of accomplishment where none of it even exists.
Honestly, I have never gone to a game's credits.
Game out that everyone was just gonna embrace it and they were gonna make so much money for it because it's a game that they put out. And
When
everyone telling them how
was the last time
they would not listen to anyone.
I seeked out
No one wants
a game's credits?
listen to any critics because
I don't remember.
you know, the gamers telling them what they want in the game. Those
I played like Skyrim for thousands of hours,
echo chambers
Fallout for
fantastic.
thousands of hours, I think.
Just how good it is.
I've never
The gamers surprised.
checked out the game's credits.
Professor Brown makes an appearance. And
Even after I finished one of the story
continue to gaslight
or one of the endings for Fallout New Vegas,
is real
I
by
didn't even bother watching the credits.
credits. And when
It's a waste of time.
I had to laugh. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was bad enough when I covered this in a previous video that this person was forcing everyone in the office to call her Professor. And if you did not call her that, then you were gonna be in trouble with HR. And that was the environment, the toxic positivity situation that Firewalk Studios was engulfed in. No pun intended. But now, on the masses, putting it out there as, in the end credits, the name they want to go by. And I guess To be fair,
The professor is an asshole. What else can I say?
studios, because after Concorde releases, they are basically unemployable in the game industry. The game that cost Sony a rumored $400 million is also the one where the development team felt so entitled that they created what could only be described as a victory lap in the end credits. At the end
Look at all those assholes
quote unquote game, and keep in mind,
chewing for themselves.
does not include Sony's acquisition fees of buying Firewalk Studios from Probably Monsters. So while these developers were busy patting themselves on the back for what a great job they did, the game itself was barely in a playable state, getting pushed out the door after hiring external sources and companies to assist them to get it to an MVP status, finally getting the game out there, and all the while, the developers at Firewalk were like, man, we're pretty amazing. We're gonna own the chuds with this game with pronouns on robots and giving them the ugliest character models that they've ever seen in their life and charging them $40 for an experience that's free everywhere else. What makes this all even more shocking is the sheer disconnect from reality in the studio. Instead of focusing on building a better game, Firewalk decided that it was far more important to give themselves what approaches up to an hour-long pat on the back. It's almost poetic how emblematic this is of the entire Concorde fiasco. A project that completely missed the mark, but to them didn't matter in their own echo chamber. They wanted to pretend that everything was hunky-dory and fine, and that the gamers that weren't embracing it were the problem. How's that always work out for you? As it stands, Concorde's colossal failure will go down in gaming history, and this ridiculous end credits fiasco is just the cherry on top.
Well, at least they got into the history books.
Cyberpunk 2077, for example, had at least a path to redemption, but it's another thing entirely to crash and burn while cheering yourself on. It's the ultimate everyone gets a trophy moment, and this is the result of making everyone a winner. They feel like they can do no wrong, and then reality slaps them so hard in the face that it causes their entire world to crash down. Firewalk Studios' time is running out, and I've mentioned this a few times. I'm even personally shocked as I'm recording this that as of right now, they're all still employed there. Who knows what they're doing when they go into work every day? I mean, this is the weekend when I'm recording this, so I don't think they have much time left. As far as what it looks like right now, the Sony
Maybe they'll make another game, like
determining
maybe they'll make the sequel for Concorde. Concorde 2.
just destroying it, gutting it all together as a tax write-off, or trying to maybe push some of these people in different areas. And
Maybe they already received their next budget for their next game. Maybe this time it's $600 million to
show for the 8+ year
make something like GTA, but better.
what ended up being a complete epic gaming disaster. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out SmashJT.com.
I wonder if GTA 6, if it comes out and it's woke, I wonder if it's if gamers are still going to play it.
As always, you stay smashing.
Woo!
Okay, let's give the video a like again. This is from SmashJT. Now let's see what's up next. What's next? This is disgusting. Credit comedy. This has to stop. Gabbing with geeks. Starship Flight 6. Elon Musk is gonna have a really hard time if Donald Trump don't win this election in the US, because the other candidate is from the party that hates Elon Musk. They're already making plans of taking him down. Such vile and evil people, the bunch of assholes. I'm not saying there's no assholes in the other party, but seriously, at least those assholes are keeping it to themselves, but in the other party, wow, they're so open and public about their evil their plans on doing evil. A bunch of at least the good thing is they're in public, so people know. But the sad thing is there are people who are like really blind to things. It's already happening in front of them, and for some weird reason they're not seeing it. And if they're not seeing it and they're denying that it's happening, then they're basically the same as, or they're part of the group of assholes. Okay, so this one that is long. Game writers turned on Astrobot because it wasn't made. Oh, okay, so this is from Dr. Disaster, the space pirate that pays taxes.
What's up, space pirates? This is your captain.
What's up, Doctor
And we have
Disaster,
much about Astrobot on the
space pirate that pays taxes?
of that game, and I was glad to see that it sold really well. But apparently, there are some game journalists out there who
What is Astrobot's gender? What is Astrobot's pronouns?
I sincerely
That is very unacceptable.
love about Astrobot. The character is a great design, the gameplay looks great, it's a platformer that looks like it has an emphasis on fun, something that would have fit in perfectly as a first-party Nintendo platformer, but the media is beginning to turn on this game because it dared to not have any stupid statements about society. It didn't try to shove
You know what would have been better? They should have made Astrobot a Christian. And he is running around collecting crosses.
games to have. Their entire existence is meant to
That will, and it becomes popular.
because
That will really make the assholes mad.
that they want us to be. This is why we are seeing articles like this one from Kotaku denouncing the game. But this shit just goes to show how unintelligent these jackasses are.
90% of the time I have
Oh, come on! Why call them jackasses? They're already assholes. Now they're also jackasses. That is taking it too far, Doctor. Doctor, disrespect.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Our number of subscribers has been growing rapidly, which is
Wow, good for you, Dr. Disaster.
the obligatory.
Can you share me some of those subscribers?
There are now 66,000 Space Pirate a-holes.
As they say, you must share the wealth. Equality for all.
I add another ship to the fleet in order to house the newcomers. This time, one of you suggested an Ultramarine Thunderhawk gunship from Warhammer 40k, which is super appropriate considering that Space Marine 2 is still tearing it up right now as basically the #1 game around. But in any event, if you have any suggestions for the next ship, drop them in the comment section below and I will add them to my list. Super chats get bumped to the top of that list. But anyhow, thanks for being here, people.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But alright, like I was saying,
Oh my goodness.
are starting to
Look at that.
at Astrobot
That is what I have been saying.
to the things that they care about.
They're all assholes.
Queerness. It didn't talk about how evil males are. It didn't talk about race stuff or anything like that. It is just a fun game that has
It's a robot, Dr. Disaster.
the history of
What is the race of a robot?
made for gamers. And
What is the gender of a robot? It just makes sense. Again, because the assholes, they don't make sense. They have no common sense. They wouldn't understand it. Why is this thing? Does it have genders? Why? Why is this thing? Doesn't have pronouns? Why? Why is this thing not a woman?
Incredibly well. But every time these studios inject their weird, stupid shit that nobody but the tiniest fraction of gamers cares about, every time they do that, it sells terribly. Well, journalists are having a conniption fit about this. This tweet from Grums, aka Mark Kern, the team lead for the OG World of Warcraft, he lays it out for us a bit here. He wrote, both Astrobot and Concorde got custom controllers. Guess who's mad that the woke game failed? So mad, they have to take it out on a cute, fun game with no agenda. Kotaku isn't even rage baiting at this point, they are genuinely seething. Keep winning, gamers. And then the tweet shows us the goon that wrote this article from Kotaku.
It's not a goon. It's an asshole.
Or cringing, because this
I'm going to keep preaching it, okay, until it becomes a common thing.
soulless devotion to the Sony brand.
They're not goons, they're assholes.
It's only a problem.
Are you woke? You're an asshole.
Ideologue with an agenda beyond video games. It's only a problem if you don't like fun and you don't want other people to escape from the world for a bit and enjoy themselves. For miserable shitheels like that, I can see why this game would be a problem, but for the rest of us, the game looks awesome. Astrobot looks like a blast. But anyways, let's read some of this.
Even though the game looks awesome and it looks like it's fun to play, you know,
But tells us
I'm not
when
a fan of platforming games,
he says he can tell
unfortunately.
fake and when it's real. And basically the only guiding principle that I can see that he offers as a way to tell the difference is, does he like it personally? But anyhow,
I have played a lot of platforming games when I was younger.
likely that Astro
I have platforming games.
IP first, art by
What do you call this?
video games. It's critical
Now I lost my thought.
success attributed
Disregard that. Delete.
economical scope, but its willingness to play to expectations. Oh, heavens me! No, we can't have that. We can't have people thinking that making fun games that celebrate IPs that people enjoy, we can't have people thinking that such games are good. Don't they know this is bad for Kotaku's agenda?
Okay, I just noticed that whomever is playing, whenever he jumps, he used the double jump, even if the gap is not that wide.
Mass layoffs is not
He's too afraid to die.
like Sony. There are good games coming out of the first-party space, sure, but how many can really be called meaningfully subversive or formally audacious? When was the last time Sony put out something that actually looked and
When I play games, I'm not afraid to die. It's a game because you can always spawn back.
tried to jam some ugly character
I have the same idea when it comes to
ever, but
PvP, unless of course it's a MOBA.
you people are talking about, and
One of the worst thing you can do when you are playing a MOBA is dying a lot.
so maybe it's a good idea for these companies
They call it feeding because you're making the enemy stronger.
and ignore the morons like this.
So if you're not good in MOBA games like me, the best you and I can do is stay alive with no deaths.
Spirit, I've played it before. The game is largely a compilation of Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy's greatest hits with a smattering of truly distinct ideas, and that makes it perfect. Why would you not want to emulate popular games?
Oh my goodness, are they at risk of getting sued by Nintendo? I'm pretty sure Nintendo has a game patent for cute characters jumping up.
So it is selling, And you losers in the game journalist class have to get used to the fact
They also have the patent for cute characters running around in a virtual space.
section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and
Okay, you don't have to tell me to subscribe because I'm already subscribed. There you go. I'll give it a like.
Visit Cavalier Office KO5 page at link.
So let's go. Oh wait, look at that. Okay, I guess I'm going to continue in my next hour because looking at the time there, we've already reached the hour mark. There you go. See? 6, 7. It says there 1 hour and 9 seconds. Anyway, guys, as always, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please consider following the channel in Rumble. And if you can, join Rumble as well. You can use my referral link. If you want to join Rumble, it's rumble.com/register/caballero. And you will also find it in the thumbnail of the video. If you're on Twitch, please follow on Twitch. YouTube, subscribe. In Kick, I'm not streaming in Kick right now because for some weird reason I couldn't connect. But still, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. And have an awesome day. And also avoid assholes, okay? Don't stress yourselves. If you see an asshole approaching, just move away.